About a year ago, I stopped writing code and I actually got better at my job. I know how that sounds. We all know that AI can write all the code in this entire world now. But what it cannot do still, even after being fabulously good at so many things, is understand how an entire system fits together. This skill is called systems thinking and it is quietly becoming one of the most valuable skills in tech. Let me show you what it actually is and how you can start building it today. Let's be honest about what happened. For years, the thing that made you valuable was you could write code. You could turn an idea into a working software. That was the skill. Now you can go to any AI tool, and even when you just tell something in broken English, it'll understand it and it'll spit a working function, an API, a database schema, whatever it is, and it'll do all of that in seconds. Now, this is a real setback for so many people because people have spent so many years building the skill of writing code, writing the difficult syntax, converting natural ideas into machine readable code, and AI can now do all of that instantly. That is disheartening, I'm not gonna lie. If your whole value is that I can write code, then yeah, you should be scared. But this is something that I figured out while working in tech for 3 years now. The coding was always the easier part of my job. Like after I know a programming language, after I know some design patterns, 15, 20 algorithms and patterns, coding is the easier part. And now AI can do that flawlessly. And this entire system design thing, this was the hard part. This was what was done by senior engineers and architects and stuff, because getting it right actually mattered. And now it matters even more because the coding part is taken away and all that is left is this higher level cognitive thinking. So what is system design really? Think about an orchestra. You've got a violinist, a drummer, someone with a trumpet. Each of these people a master of their own instrument. But none of them is the conductor. This conductor, he or she never plays a single note. Their entire job is knowing how all of these pieces fit together and how all of them work together to make music work. Now, that is the difference. Writing code is like playing an instrument. Systems thinking is thinking like a conductor. It is a drastic shift from, I know how this works to, I know how this little part fits into this whole big system. And that is why that matters even more than ever. AI can play all the instrument that you want and flawlessly. Trust me, if you have been with these tools, they can do really good shit. But 100 of perfect musicians with no conductor is just pure noise. And if you know, you know. If you leave your agents unattended, they can just create a lot of shit. So systems thinking is being this conductor. So let me show you how this looks like. So let's say we are building a photo sharing app. That's simple, right? You post a photo, it shows up, that's it. But watch what happens when real users show up. One user, you can store that photo just about anywhere. But a million different photos, now you need a database and somewhere to store the image files themselves. Serving those photos back and forth to everybody fast, anywhere in the world, that's a CDN. People want to see each other's photos. Now you need a feed. Like nobody's going to type out code to post something. So now you need an actual app that they can tap on. And millions of people tapping at once, you need to put load balancer in front. So to, basically spread out the requests across servers. And who's allowed to delete those photos? Again, you need authentication. People posting spam and junk can also be a problem. And again, for this, you need moderation. Did you just see what happened? We started with one idea, like posting a photo. And at every single step of the system, we kept on asking a question, and that question led us to more and more complexities. And this is still something that AI can't handle without your guidance. And I think that's something that AI will not be able to handle because the system that you're building is for people and every requirement is different. All of this practice is system design, is systems thinking. And sure, like AI could have written, picture perfect pieces, but it didn't know what to write in the first place, and that's where your experience and your expertise comes in. And honestly, that is the whole thing. The system comes down to how the data flows and how the user actually needs, like this caching and load balancing and all this fancy stuff. That is just optimization on top. Like the rest is just easy. Now, this is where it gets interesting because there is no right answer, because a lot of system design is not about getting the right answers. It is about managing the trade-offs and optimization of what all you want to do. Like going all in on one area will make you lose the other one. So it's all about, balancing your resources, if that makes sense. And there's also no clean Google answers for these. So for example, take databases. Do you go SQL versus no SQL? If you ask this to Claude or ChatGPT, they'll give you a proper book answer, but they don't know because they don't know your requirements, what you want to build in the first place. If you're storing payments, which is clean, predictable data, all the things in rows and columns, SQL makes sense. But if it's messy data, like, random users with different types of information, no SQL makes sense. So you see, there's no right answer. Or even take access or auth. Should an admin be able to change prices? Sure. But a random customer? No. And this is the thing about AI, like it'll surely know the differences between these two things, but when to apply what sort of concept is still on you. So how to start building this skill? Two things. Number one, exposure. You see how real systems are built in practice. And the best part is the best engineering teams in this world are documenting all of this process. So you go read how apps are built in real time and read the actual documentation and how it works behind the scenes. And number two, deliberate practice. Pick something up that you use every day, like a messaging app, or your feed app, or even the rideshare app that you use, and try to design it yourself. Ask some questions like, how do users interact with it? Where does the data live? And what moves it forward? What breaks it? And you try to design the system, because you're still the architect, and this black box machine is just your sparring partner. And the more reps we put through this, the more we start thinking like the conductor I was talking about. So yeah, here's where we are. The engineers are going to win in the next phase of this tech industry are going to be the ones who think more like the orchestrator, the conductor, rather than the actual implementer, because we have got these thousands of agents who are implementing better than any human being at this point. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below if you got value from this, and if you want to see how to design these AI systems, like what sort of thinking I do on my personal projects and in my work projects. Like, what is the thinking process for taking a concept from scratch and then making it production ready. So yeah, do let me know that down in the comments below. See you guys in the next one.